Welcome back to Tolkien with Words. Was that really horrible? Because it felt awful.
It wasn't good.
Was it the Sally one? That's what I wanted to do. I want to do the Sally Irish.
Wasn't that good?
Wasn't, wasn't that good?
Give me a Lucky Charms intro.
Like, oh, me Lucky Charms.
Oh, you're always after me, Lucky Charms.
You're always after me Lucky Charms. Like, if you just want to go straight Irish, yeah, it's fun. I want to do the Sally. Like, I don't know what the fuck that was, but it sounds a little bit Irish.
Clinton Irish.
Clint Irish. Wait, that sounds like a porn
Yeah.
Oh.
starring Clint Irish.
That sounds like a made-up porn name. You're right.
All right, there's your cold open. Now let's do it.
Talking with Words.
That was fantastic. All right, welcome back to Talking with Words. You're here with Rob.
James.
And Ryan.
See how there was no time for us? Time's fun. If you haven't guessed it already, James, show us your shirt one more time. Goodbye, horses. Oh, yeah. We're doing the Leprechaun tonight. I was just going to see how long you would go.
Yeah.
Vote yes. Hottest Leprechaun in America tonight. James Thomas over here.
Oh, they're always after me, pot of silver.
Silver Fox, baby. Yeah, we watched the Leprechaun.
It is St. Patty's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. It's a little different this year because I'm not out drinking.
It is a Monday.
It feels
Yeah.
yeah. Who cares?
It didn't matter in the past.
Religion or something.
I did my shots. Good.
What? Yeah. Took my shots. Anyway, Leprechaun, 1993.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. It's been a minute since I'd watched this one.
so
Careful, spoilers. People have only had, 30 years to watch this.
I am glad Ryan popped this out last week. Like, hey, we should watch Leprechaun. Because we talked about it, what, last 2 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Like, we should do it on Patty's Day. It's like perfect. Monday, great. Knock it out. It's an hour and a half.
I think in retrospect,
I'm glad it was only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
In retrospect, I'm not sure I ever saw the original. I think I watched one of the follow-ups.
The best one's 3, where they go to Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember which one it was I watched.
The fourth one is in the
go
hood.
see. But
This one's in
this was the
space.
one I remember.
Space.
I think the fifth one's in space.
Oh, in
I saw
space.
Leprechaun in the Hood and Leprechaun in Space in this one. I don't think I ever watched 2 and 3.
Yeah, I think 3's in Vegas, 4's into hood, 5's in space. Just yeah. Just think of it. Yeah, that's what it is.
It was repeatable.
Minus this movie was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Because apparently I've only seen like 20 minutes of this film over the last 30 years that I've been alive. And I only remember the pogo stick thing. That was the only thing I remembered. And it's because Will used to sing that fucking song. I'm getting ahead of myself.
I want to see that.
Okay. If you have not heard of this film, which is more and more likely the further into time we get,
Yeah, true.
time, it is a wheel. This is described as an evil, sadistic leprechaun goes on a killing rampage in search of his beloved pot of gold. And that was really hard to say without the accent. This was also, I don't
Me gold.
think it was Jennifer Aniston's first gig, but it was her first big gig.
This was big. Well, I don't know. I don't know how it
1993,
grossed
yeah.
against
This was
other
a
movies
huge
in 93.
movie. And I think it was a cult classic, but it was one of those that you know about it, right?
The movie market was different back then. I mean, there was a strong amount of competition. You'd be flooded with movies throughout the year. People would time the release of their movies for certain holidays against other movies.
I like that you're just listing the economy of film.
It was. It's like
They do
would.
blockbusters in the summer, and they would do Christmas movies in fucking
They-
November. What the fuck?
Well, when was the last time you saw them release a St. Patrick's Day movie? Never.
Boondock Saints
Nope.
2,
Not
All Saints Day.
Yeah.
definitely not since 2020. Probably 15 years before that. Leprechaun.
Oh, I'm the Leprechaun. I'm really surprised it took me this long to say that because I've been holding it in all night.
Where do you keep your gold?
I just keep thinking of Austin Powers,
Yeah.
fat bastard. Oh, look at me! I'm the Leprechaun.
Isn't that supposed to be a
He's
Scottish?
Scottish.
accent?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
whole
he's
joke.
Scottish.
Yeah,
Ah.
it's a Scottish fat bastard doing the left. Oh, you're with it. You got it.
No, I'm not really that good at accents. You
Are you-
step in the base.
Better than Sally.
Well, I can do Paul Rudd.
In your dreams, baby.
Mm.
Let's talk about the other people that were in this because Ken Orlant came up. The guy that plays Nathan. He was. Where do we decide we knew him from? He was like the Showtime sex. I have so many notes from this movie, and this movie sucked.
You've got more notes than
He was the one
Then
your
from
notes are longer than the script.
Summer School, right?
Summer School, yes.
That guy. The one who the student in summer school who was failing because he had found that he could make more money as a part-time stripper.
Yes.
Not to get
Oh, yeah.
into that movie, but
That was his character from
he
Summer
was a
School.
sex symbol in summer school, and he sort of carried that on here. That was his role, to be the sexy guy, and as Jennifer Aniston was the sexy girl.
Worked out. They were hot,
Yep.
even though they couldn't paint for shit.
There were some odd stereotypes in this. They had
Yeah.
it wasn't good.
No.
they had the old man.
Sure, take a look at your life.
They had the poor simpleton, Simple
Yeah.
Jack.
They had the Corey Feldman,
Which one was the Corey Feldman?
Alex.
Alex, the kid.
Yeah.
The kid was the Corey Feldman.
Well, I mean, this was when did Goonies?
Goonies was
Was
like what 89,
87?
80s.
Yeah.
88.
So this was it was a Corey
Cindy
Feldman
Lauper
move
days.
because it felt like they were trying to do a Goonies, Lost Boy, the Corey Feldman type Burbs. We talked about Burbs earlier. The kind of the kid that's not going to take shit and he's going to go ahead and fix the problem for you. They did a lot of that with that kid.
He's also the smartest one of the bunch.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, also go back and look at like
The bar was low.
a lot of those.
Simple Jack assimilated to the environment faster than anyone else.
Was that a good thing?
Well, if you want to kill the leprechaun, you better believe in the four-leaf clover sooner than later.
Maybe not eat the coin.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
We're getting.
He
Mistakes were
didn't
made.
mean to eat the coin. That was an accident. He just wanted to bite the coin to see if it was real. Then he swallowed it.
I feel like that happens a lot
Perfectly
to that
natural.
boy.
I mean,
You eat a lot of paint chips when you were a kid.
you bite something, then you end up
Why?
swallowing it. Go figure.
No gag reflex on that one. So
Yeah, follow that up.
And we're done.
okay,
Gollum.
this movie felt like forever. I don't know if you guys felt that at all.
Why?
I don't know. I felt like it was about to end 6 different times, and then it kept kind of pulling itself along.
It was the previous standard 90-minute length.
Did it not feel
which
longer
was
than 90
not
minutes to you?
long.
Yeah.
It didn't. I don't know. It felt about normal movie length because 90 minutes. These days we've been acclimated to 2-hour movies. 90
If
minutes,
not more.
90 minutes does not seem long. Yeah, I've watched.
I
Depends
think
on how
longer.
many Zack Snyder films you watch.
Yeah. I think it felt long just because of how loose the plot and everything else was and how they didn't connect a lot of dots.
I think I hear you. The pacing was off.
I hear you. I understand you. I'm here with you. You pot of gold.
I thought you were about to go into a Delilah voice. Yes. Next up on this channel is something soft and easy to listen to
It's not soft.
by the Dropkick Murphys.
Uh, the what do we call the first guy? Gene Hackman with Play-Doh face.
Yeah.
Hackman.
R.I.P. Gene Hackman.
Yeah. All right, moving past that. He deserves better than that, but we're on
We're not the people to give that time,
no,
so
that's not us.
nobody's looking to us.
Uh, I don't like I've got notes, but none of them are worth even talking about. She wore LA Gear shoes.
Yeah.
That was a blast from the past for me. It's like I don't remember the last time I heard about LA Gear. There it was. The kid was wearing some
Still got
shoes
3
that looked
pairs
like
in
they
my
were
closet.
maybe pump shoes, pump up shoes
Yeah.
of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never
Those
owned
are-
those.
Oh,
Oh.
those were popular in the early 90s.
Yeah, I was at Walmart in the early 90s.
I had to get them because they didn't sell shoes in my size, and I had to use the actual pump to make them fit my feet because I'm a freak.
You bought they sold shoes so large that you had to pump them up to fit your large feet.
I bought size 13 Nike pumps and pumped them up to a 14
Wait, I thought pumping them reduced the size of
or
your hole.
repumped. I don't know. Use your verb of pump.
I don't know about that.
All I know is it jerks off my uncle. All right.
Steven. Yes. I knew him well.
Reebok. What? Okay.
I just have a bunch of
None of
scene
these make
reminders
any
in
sense.
my notes, and they don't
Uh,
make sense either.
The ADR in this, I'm just going to glaze over the fact that I just talked about Uncle Unc. No, hold on. I know the word. Occultation. Fuck. No, I forgot it.
We get it. There was a basement in the movie.
I'll delete all that.
No, you won't.
There was so much ADR where, and I think they knew they were going to do it because they would have the actor do something and look down or like look away from the camera. Did you notice that at all?
Yeah.
And as it would be like, there was a bunch with Alex, the kid, like with that bear trap. Where he's like, I'm going to get him. I'm going to shit. And he would just be mumbling these lines and it would show his face and his lips aren't moving. And he'd be looking down a lot, but it was,
I didn't catch that.
you see that one?
Oh, yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Well,
They did
I
it
thought
several times.
I thought it was weird anyway. I don't know what they were going with by the kid trying to set up a trap, which is something a kid would do. That was believable.
Yeah.
But
Home Alone was out by now.
not at the end of this day. I mean, honestly, I don't know why the kid was left alone that long. What was the leprechaun doing all day while they were out running around?
Did we not just talk about this?
Well, they
He
went.
was the smartest one of the bunch.
Yeah, but why did the leprechaun leave? He was looking for his gold. He thought it was there at the cabin or house, whatever it was. And then they run off in the Jeep to find the old guy who might know how to kill the leprechaun.
If you're listening, none of this makes any sense. It's okay.
Just like the movie.
Just like the film. What James is referring to is I'm gonna clothesline a couple things together real quick.
Do it.
Plato, Gene Hackman that we talked about earlier, locked up the leprechaun with a 4-leaf clover on his crate, sent it to America. It was in this house that he lived in until he went old folk crazy or whatever, right? Is what we're assuming.
Yeah.
It got out of the crate. Now you're back up with us. They find out that the old man's the one that locked it away.
The leprechaun followed him because he took the bag of gold. It's a bag, not a pot.
But he had the
of gold.
crate. It, like they wiped
yeah,
the 4-leaf clover off the crate.
He was trapped in the crate.
He kept
they
it.
shipped the crate with the 4-leaf clover on it.
Yeah, to keep it.
I missed
Sealed.
that part.
It was implied
Well, it was definitely still in the basement with the 4-leaf clover on it.
because when he wiped the 4-leaf clover off of it, Painter Boy, that's when he kind of started wiping cobwebs off of his face
Yeah.
and went because that was his number one line in the movie.
Yeah, but he locked him in the crate when they were already in the basement there.
I think he was in the crate when he wiped the cobwebs, but it wasn't very clear.
Yeah. But I'm talking in the beginning. He follows Plato Gene Hackman back because he
Yes.
stole his gold coins.
Yes.
He didn't ship him back.
But he took him to America with him.
Oh, okay. That may have been how he got to America in the
Like
first place.
when Plato Gene Hackman O'Grady
Yeah.
went to America, he took the crate that was sealed with the leprechaun in it. That's how it's in the basement.
Or he just took the gold. Leprechaun followed him, and then he trapped him once he was already in America.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Because I don't remember
Okay.
him bringing it. Because he just he gets out of the limo, chugs the rest of his JMO, drops the bottle in the front yard. His wife is losing it. She's like, "We can't afford a limo. We can barely afford anything." He's like, "Yeah, but we're rich. I
Okay.
stole the gold from the leprechaun." And he followed him to America to,
So I self-imposed that whole coming over from Ireland thing.
because he
Okay.
was,
I wanted this movie to have more depth.
Well, the logistics of moving a crate with a four-leaf clover on top are just impossible.
We can't do this.
I think he already had the 4-leaf clover. He's like, this is the power to keep the leprechaun away.
Yeah.
That's why I get to keep his gold. But the crate wasn't involved till they got in the basement. After he pushed his wife down the stairs. The leprechaun.
This
not
sounds the
Plato
most
Jim Hackman.
criminal.
So everybody caught up?
Yes.
So now we're 6.5 minutes into the film.
Shit show.
You after me gold.
I'm not mad I watched it. I'm also not happy I did.
Yeah.
The further we go to make sense of it, the more we become part of it.
We are now the problem. Because I'm thinking of where James was talking about her driving to O'Grady, and I was like, oh, that's here. No, it wasn't. It was like 40 minutes before that. I'm way off. But
that was at the end.
So when the the leprechaun comes out and go into O'Grady's, a lot of stuff happens, but nothing happens. That was the part where I was like, okay, come on. Like, are you painting? You're not painting anymore. Oh, are you shoveling? You're not shoveling anymore. Like, you just come out and like disrupt shit and then run away. Like, okay, we get it. You're a fucking leprechaun.
Yeah, he didn't really press the issue about where's his gold.
Yeah.
He was just messing
Just
with
doing
him.
stuff.
And then
It's a lot like Rebel Moon.
we're just doing shit.
It's everything
Indeed.
the director wanted to do, and then he tried to piece it all together.
Everything the director wanted to do was Warwick Davis on that fucking skateboard going down the hallway back and forth.
I want to talk about that.
That was the best.
I want to talk about that because it seemed like they had this thing they were doing like in multiple places. And they just had Warwick Davis like in between like a narrow anything like a tree and a tree, a fence post and a fence post, a doorway. It would just be like him going.
That was his catchphrase in this movie.
I just want an extended sequence of me doing that to just as stock footage for something.
I can make that happen real quick.
It's
Do it a
gotta
couple
be-
more times.
It's
We
got to
got
be
you.
useful for something, right?
Future Rob, save that for later.
A trash can. Remember, a trash can.
I'm trying to think of like other tea. Like what did they do with brewing tea?
I don't know. He was riding a tricycle for a little while. That was entertaining.
He was riding a tricycle, which
His Power Wheels car. Hey, I can drive what I want. I'm 600 years old.
That's just exploitation of short legs. I'm sorry.
So I got a question about the car though, because there were
Power
two.
Wheels?
You had the first one, and then you had the farm pitchfork car. I don't know what that was either. Is he just running off and making this shit and then driving it into people?
Leprechauns are magic. Yeah. He does what he wants.
We skipped, like, when did that become a thing?
I'm sorry we didn't have a building montage.
Yeah. I would like to have a leprechaun. I would love to watch a leprechaun just sit there and like do the
Shop work.
with his fingers and like the little green.
Well, they did
Blows
not
shit.
give the leprechaun an A-team plan coming together scenario montage.
No, not even close.
If they had, the leprechaun might have won.
We need a Leprechaun Home Alone montage.
He's got 6 more movies. The Leprechaun won.
Right, you are.
okay, I mentioned it earlier. I'm just looking through these notes. Disregard that part. Stump Beast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They really went there.
It went in that tree.
Well, we were only about a decade out from Flash
Yeah.
Gordon, the movie, with the Stump Beast, where you proved your innocence by sticking your fist, into a stump, and if the Stump Beast stung your hand, you were guilty. If you took your hand back out and the Stump Beast didn't sting you, you were innocent.
And it was
Uh,
not a nice thing to get stung by the
It
stump.
was a horrible
stump beast.
death if you
You
were
die.
stung.
You
Yeah.
die immediately.
You hoped your friends would chop your head off before you died in horrible agony. So they did the Stump Beast homage in this movie. We both saw it. Ryan, did you think about that?
I don't think Ryan's
No.
is
I'm not up on my Flash,
Flash
Gordon.
Gordon reprived. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw
Lo
it.
Classic.
siento.
I was walking back over here, and you go, oh, and I went, oh, Stump Beast.
Stump Beast.
Yes, indeed, Stump Beast. Here we go.
Me,
Missed
you,
that one.
Seth MacFarlane. I don't think anybody else needs to get it.
And there was a few things like that.
Him.
Oh,
after-
that what?
Go ahead.
I'm just realizing what some of my notes mean because Sally was laying on my arm, so half of it's written sideways.
That happens.
The sex appeal guy, worker Ken Oldant. Is that how we decided that we're going to pronounce it?
I think so.
He reminded me of Evan Peters from American Horror Story. He was Quicksilver in the X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's who he looked like to me. A mix between him and James Marsden.
I can see that.
Okay.
If he had the silver hair, because I never watched AHS.
Yeah, he's really good in that though.
I-
Or the
So many people tell me I should
the
watch
Jeffrey
it.
Dahmer
Oh
uh,
yeah.
Netflix special. Do you like sleeping?
Yes,
Okay, maybe don't watch that one then.
thank you.
Okay. I had him written down, and then I had the pogo stick because, like I said, Will used to sing it. This old man, he played one. He went pogo on your lung, and it was exactly as beautiful as I remembered.
Did he do it on a pogo stick?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. I think he just.
I have a request. Will.
You're getting called out, boy.
Pogo.
All right, so you're gonna have to get him a pogo stick.
If Walmart's got one.
It's wieners. Oh, I had a spit take this time. I was just editing the last one, and we got Cameron to do a spit take. I don't know what happened, but there's a scene where the leprechaun runs out of the house, and who's our Odlant guy? What's his name? The handyman.
Nathan.
He's running after him with the shotgun, and he's like being all sneaky and shit. And he trips and hits his knee into a bear trap out of fucking nowhere. I was just like sipping, exploded. Yeah. 16-year-old Rob there, prom night. That I messed myself.
On a bear trap?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. His knee's glass.
Oh.
It's not like Matt's ribs. That was amazing. There were like 3 of those that came out of nowhere. They shot him through the truck window. He's like doing a monologue.
Yeah. And not the truck that had been in the field for 10 years that they tried to hot. Hey, you think we can hotwire it?
That was a good line. It was covered in dirt and mud, and the tires
Yeah.
looked like they were below ground. And let's
90
hotwire it.
90% rust. Because they had
And the
the
9-year-old had to be the voice of reason. He's like, I don't think the battery's still good in this one.
he had all the good lines too. Because the 357 Magnum line, he's like, you know what I would do is I would just get a 357 Magnum, put it up to next to his head, and blow out like green. What do you say? Green guts and bleh. Like, yeah, he
Sounds
gets it.
about right.
He's on top of it.
Is he related to Meryl?
I think so. I think that's what I said while we were watching. Meryl.
I was just impressed that he knew anything about that at his age. There was no internet to learn about guns.
Yeah, you got to learn it.
Just doom and
In the
So,
field.
which of his relatives taught him that?
You saw a special friend. This is how you open the girls.
The special friend had all the weapons training. That was clear.
Obviously. I don't trust that motherfucker to hold a brush, but here.
Nobody told him not to swallow a coin, but he knew all about weapons.
Hey, it was an accident.
That's an accident.
He's like, whoop. I think I swallowed it.
That's a pretty kitty, Georgie.
Yeah, exactly.
I also liked in that same scene, Jennifer Aniston's character goes, "Hold on, let me get my portable," and she goes and grabs a cell phone. Did they ever call it portables? I've never heard that before.
Maybe
Like maybe for a short period of time.
it was very.
It was always a mobile phone.
It was always it was always a little. Well,
Or
mobile
a
phones
briefcase
for a
phone.
while were the
Mobile-
ones you mounted in your car. So portable
Oh.
might have been marketing at the time to say, no, it's not mounted in your car. You can just carry it with you.
That was the second gen Zach Morris phone.
I was a
Like
Radio
his dad
Shack
before him.
sales associate
Hot.
in the 89 to 94 era.
Did you sell a lot of portables?
See, he doesn't know what we're talking about because they're not fucking called portables. That was weird. A
No, I did not.
lot of connectors.
I sold more ham radios than I did cell phones.
Big fisty hams.
Ham radio people loved Radio Shack. That's neither here nor there.
I mean, that checks out. Radio Shack. Radio.
Yeah.
If trying to remember our youngest age group, you don't know what the fuck Radio Shack is. It was a store where you could go buy radios.
Comment. I'll answer your questions.
Oh, Radio Shack.
James, he's the radio guy. He'll pick you up.
You've got questions. I've got answers.
I did work for Radio Shack as well back in the day.
Damn
Not
it.
quite that early.
I've got catalogs.
That was after the radio phase.
If you want, I'll show you my catalogs.
I installed DirecTV for Radio Shack.
He'll show you his catalogs if you'll show him yours.
They're
I don't know about that. Where's Cameron? I'll tap Cameron in for this one.
Lady boys.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the
he's
Cameron
in the adult district.
He's learning about adapters in his own.
What was the name of the place? Oh, since we're talking about Cameron, what was the name of that
Nana's.
place?
Nana's.
Nana's? So Cameron's overseas right now,
Where's my phone? It's right there.
and he sent us a picture of where he is. And right across the street is called the Nana Plaza, the world's largest adult playground. And right in front, the first, you're not going to be able to see it. Oh, you might be able to.
Exchange.
Well, we don't
Is an
know.
exchange, currency exchange.
We don't know what that translation means to them. Adult playground might mean,
Let me clarify this for you.
sporting goods.
Look at does that
Land
logo
of
look like
Smiles.
sporting goods to you for adult
It's
playground?
two strippers. One sign says Nana Safety Zone.
I didn't see any
The
strippers
other
in that
one
picture.
says Land of Smiles, your
Lakers.
second home.
Land of Smiles. I didn't see that.
It's vertical.
Okay.
Yeah, vertical smiles. Well,
Oh.
not with those ladies, but
Jesus Christ.
Bring me. No.
Oh, shrubbery.
Bring
That's what he
me
was
a
gonna
lady
say.
boy.
There it is.
calm down, Kyle.
Oh.
So like after he pulls him over in the power wheel, and he just, hey, take that mask off, kid. I'm not a kid. I'm 600 years old, and he's chasing the sheriff through the woods.
As one does.
And so in defense, when the sheriff panics and
Yeah.
can't see him and throws his nightstick into the woods blindly, and then gives up and sits down next to a tree, Leprechaun comes out and snaps his neck and then kind of plays with his head, Art the Clown style.
Yeah. I like that one.
He's like, oh. And then just kind of bobbles the head back and forth.
Yeah.
That, and then the only other one that I got a kick out of when they're going through the cabinets and he keeps popping out of the cabinets, and after they go through all the cabinets up top,
Grabs his dick.
pushes the drawer out. He's, got your balls.
What was that?
That was grabbing the family jewels. What does a leprechaun understand? Treasure.
That's fair.
Treasure.
Touche.
Just pinched his junk, and they both go, "Oh!" Like what didn't hurt. He was just surprised, and Leprechaun was surprised that he got away with it.
It was titillating. Yes.
Look into my eyes. Yeah, that one, and then the other one I had written down was they must have tried to do a Cujo thing because the truck with the hand,
Oh yeah.
because they cut its hand off in the doorway, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just sort of fell off in a
Trains,
doorway.
yeah.
And then it goes, and then like he mind controls it up to open the door for him.
Yeah. And then they go in the truck and it's not working, and they open the hood. Alex,
Yeah.
hey, young one, get out there and open the hood.
Sacrifice the youngest.
What's that even gonna do? Open the hood.
I mean, he nailed everything else. Fuck it, let him go. Of course, he's in there, and that's when you have like that kind of reminded me of Cujo, where he jumps up on there and he's fucking with them in the car, and they're all trying to
Oh,
roll the
yeah.
windows up. Like, there's four of you. Just get the fuck out of there and go.
Yeah. There was a lot
What's
of standing around and panicking.
Yeah.
Like when he attacked Nathan's leg.
Yeah.
Like they're in the middle of the yard. He's gnawing on his leg, and everybody's like, "No, don't stop!
Please stop that,
Oh.
you.
What do we do?"
Yeah, a lot of the camera going, oh, no. Yeah, a lot of that.
And so many people had seen the leprechaun already, and still everyone was like, "Leprechaun, what are you talking about?"
Jennifer Aniston was in denial until pretty much the end of the film.
Yeah.
She's just like, "No, it's not a leprechaun." Hey, he called himself a leprechaun.
Did you see that weird shit he was doing?
He
It's
grabbed
me.
her leg from under the truck, caressed
He
it.
caressed it.
She thought that wasn't no cat. She knew that wasn't no cat.
She thought it was no.
It's
It was
an
a hand
cat.
caressing me, and of course, the dad was like, "Wait, excuse me?
Plus, those
Who's
claw marks were
caressing you?"
pretty big for
Yeah.
a cat.
They're pretty
If
aggressive.
if they were going to make us think it was a cat,
Well,
that was a damn big cat.
he's been locked in the box for 10 years with no nail file. The nails are.
Still not a cat.
Also, I liked his running away catchphrase, diddly diddly dee.
That's what I say too.
I made sure I wrote it down
Just
this
seems
time.
natural.
Two diddlies and a D.
I do have some Irish descent, so maybe that's part of the problem.
It helps.
Diddly diddly doo. Giddy giddy go.
Yeah, so there's Dick Grab. I got that down there. Oh, the phone call. He has his strong hand come out of the phone.
And I love the Harvest Gold phone that they included because it was an old house.
The one
And
that wasn't plugged in?
in 93, an old house would have had a phone on the wall that looked exactly like that.
Yeah.
That's period correct.
Yeah.
They had the Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
They had Leprechaun on skates.
That was just fun.
Mind you, this was after they used shoes to lure him away from them because it had to clean shoes compulsively.
That's a weird shoe fetish, if you ask me.
Yeah. He was really worried about making shoes and cleaning shoes.
Yeah. And they had
Were
the
they
biggest
cobblers?
old folks home I've ever seen in a movie because they raced through that thing for like 10 hours.
It's like The Shining.
Just to him on that wheelchair going after.
Thank you. The wheelchair was highly inappropriate. Definitely like stealing handicap appropriation. is
You know
what
he
that
killed
was.
children, right?
Yeah.
But he appropriated handicap culture with the wheelchair.
That guy was already dead. Well, soon. He'll be dead soon.
He's almost there.
It's no excuse for him riding down the highway in a wheelchair. He should have like took a cab.
You don't need an excuse to ride down the highway
He
in a
doesn't run
wheelchair.
good.
Not in those heels, man.
He's already evil. I guess I shouldn't be making excuses for him. What he did was evil.
Listen, it's excusable. He's doing it for the greater good.
It didn't help him get that gold any faster.
Also, I did love
Got
the
99% of it.
I did love the point where he's counting his gold and he's like 97, 98, 99. Oh no! It's like you would have known
My-
way fucking before that,
My,
man.
my empty hand's still empty. How did I not see that coming?
They just wanted to have that moment. And
So you know he can count to 100.
I don't know if
not quite.
if the being that wants to stop and shine shoes compulsively, I might believe he counts this way. it's it's in keeping with the diagnosis.
Oh man.
You can get that last coin, but you're going to need a rubber glove and some lube.
Yeah.
They never did get that other coin back. Is that the basis of Leprechaun 2?
Yeah, he got it back in a couple days.
I don't know.
A lot of X-Lax.
I don't remember this one.
You're right. He would have passed the coin within a few days, and it would have been in the sewer system somewhere. Septic tank, maybe.
So I was thinking about
this kind of
this.
house, probably septic tank, which is good luck.
they got a well,
Leprechaun.
then
Dig
yeah.
that out. That's your business.
So I was thinking about this. She gave him back his gold. Bet she tried to make it right. They were shy one, and his immediate reaction was, "I'll fucking kill all of you," because he came out of the fridge.
It's all or nothing.
A lot of this could have been absolved with, "Hey, you're shy one. Oh yeah, the fat guy ate it. Give us a couple days."
Yeah.
No, I'll kill you all.
You're arguing for peaceful negotiation, and he wasn't into it.
Peace was never an option.
We got to just talk to each other. It's like Dr. Phil says. Just talk to each other. Only last note I have is eye for an eye. Because he turned into the creeper at some point where he got a nightstick in the face, went into his eye socket, was, I guess, broken off ish.
Yeah.
And then he took the eye from the dead cop and
yeah.
put it in his face. The art moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The skateboard and pinched your balls was the last notes I had.
Those are good last notes.
Well, honestly, the only two things that phased me after that were the search for the 4-leaf clover and what they
Yep.
did with it, which I thought was like, first off, a 4-leaf clover is just a bit of grass. It's fragile.
It's a weed.
It's fragile.
it is.
And they put it
Fragile.
one 4-leaf clover on the crate kept him trapped a long time.
Yep.
What did they do in this case to take him out? They took the fragile 4-leaf clover, chewed it up,
Well, he wrapped it in his gum.
which I guess is
He took
was
his
it
gum
still-
out of his
is it
mouth.
still a 4-leaf clover if it's juiced up with gum?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Does that mean I can is powdered 4 clover potent against?
Don't ask me. I'm not a
leprechauns?
barber.
It's like salt and supernatural. I don't know. I thought that was weird. That
Find you a leprechaun.
that they
You'll figure it
basically
out.
chewed it up and shot it at him.
That was their silver bullet moment. They're like, we're gonna end this with a silver bullet. This is it. 4-leaf clover to the gullet. And they had decided on that for some reason.
Then he fell in the well. And that's when they pulled
Well,
a little bit of gasoline down there, dropped matches somehow without lighting themselves on fire, and got a massive explosion out of a couple cups of gas.
got a nice mushroom cloud.
Yeah,
I don't think that's how that works.
gas in a well filled with water, and then a single match. Very dramatic, not realistic.
Leprechaun.
Maybe there was methane in the well.
No reason.
No reason.
You leprechaun apologist.
Better than denier.
Okay, touche.
You filthy bitch.
Leprechauns are real.
Anything else we talk about for this movie?
Oh,
I think we've given it more than enough time.
yeah.
Cameron, eat shit.
Really good.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yay.
70. St. Patty's Day.
I'm a leprechaun. All right. Fuck this. Charlie.